Hello everyone, welcome back to A Writer's Starting Line. My name is Katie and I am aspiring to be an author. This week's post is about finding a magic lamp and making 3 wishes. It is my first shot at fiction writing. And I really enjoyed writing it. I did post this on my blog back on May 21st of 2025. If you would like to read it rather than listening to me, you can find it over at www.awritersstartingline.blog, powered by WordPress. I will have the link in the description. So, without further ado, let's get started. The cave was cold and dark that I climbed out of. I couldn't believe that I had even discovered such a place so deep within the earth. The entrance was so small it was a wonder why I even looked at it at all. There were no markings, not even an out-of-place stone, yet someone, long ago, had hidden such an inspiring amount of treasure inside. No one person could have collected that amount of stuff. So how had its hiding spot been kept a secret? These questions and more would be answered within time with my team. I planned to bring them back here in a week. I wasn't even supposed to be here myself yet. I am meant to be home with my husband and daughter for the holiday. However, our daughter is in a very important year of study at school and asked if she could skip coming home this once. I agreed if she promised to spend the actual day of the holiday not studying and trying to enjoy herself. My husband and I still planned to go see relatives, but when his best friend called and said he won a trip and needed someone to go with, I knew it would be the ultimate gift for him. So I went into the university library earlier than planned to gather more research on the area my team and I would be exploring next in the field. Among the piles of books that I pulled fell an old piece of parchment. It was thick, yellow, and ripped along the edges, yet it somehow had been preserved and hidden. How long had it been at this university is anyone's guess. What surprised me most is that no one had found it before me. There had been lots of research teams in this area before us, so all these books had been looked at some point. Yet there it was, clear as day, instructions to a cave that your wildest dreams wouldn't be able to come up with. I looked down at the crystal vial in my hand. I have never, not even by mistake, taken something from a site before. Everything had always been by the book, catalog, photograph, and tag before doing anything else. But while marveling at the immense amount of gold, silver, jewels, and other valuables stacked so neatly, this crystal vial has caught my eye. The vial itself, though beautifully crafted, was not what intrigued me. Its contents looked to be like some sort of gas, thick and swirling around as if trying to escape. Unexpectedly, my hand wrapped around the vial, and I turned and ran back out of the cave. Back in my office at home, I was trying to figure out what had come over me. I had never felt like that before, as if my muscles had acted out of my own control. I stared at the crystal vial on my desk, and I had the urge to wipe it clean. But that made no sense to me. It wasn't dirty, not even a fleck of dust. It was almost as if it had been in the cave for a few days, rather than the thousands of years it probably had been. If I gave in to this urge, I could tell something was going to happen. I just couldn't discern if it would be good or bad. Eventually, I threw caution to the wind and picked up the vial and wiped it with my hand. Suddenly, the vapor inside spills out the top, with the lid still in place. Before I can process what is happening and react, the vapor forms into a shape, and before me stands a young girl of about 10 or 11 years old. I scream, drop the now empty vial, and back away. Oh, please, don't be frightened, she says. I'm Crystal. I'm a genie, and I'm here to grant you 3 wishes. I stand there with my mouth hanging open in a shocked silence. I'm sorry, what can I do for you? You're only the 3rd person who has gotten me out of there. I don't know how to help you yet. She was so calm, yet so apologetic. I saw the worry in her eyes that had snapped me out of my trance. No, I'm sorry, I reply. This is all new to me, too. I don't know what I was expecting to happen, but I would never have guessed you would have appeared. She smiles at me, and I offer her my seat. We spent the next hour talking about how her magic works, rules for the wishes, and what happens when she finishes granting my wishes. I tell her about what year it is, and learn that it has been 300 years since she was last out of her vial. She also lets me know that the wishes are consequence-free. Really? All the old fairy tales that I read warn about being careful what you wish for, I say. Yes, well, that's because the original wishers needed to be able to explain away the wishes, she explains. The guy who wanted true love got it. She truly did love him. No magic broke later. The woman who wanted wealth didn't want anyone to think poorly of her, so she claimed an uncle passed away. So the money was inherited. What you do with your life after the wish is up to you, but there is no price to have it, the wish. I sigh with relief. I didn't want anyone to hurt because of what I asked for. Now the next question I ask myself is, what do I want? We have good jobs and are set for money as long as we stay smart with it. All of my family is currently healthy, so I don't need to wish for anyone to get better. Then it hits me. Health. Lydia. On my research team. Just went out for testing on a lump. She was nervous that she was going to get bad news. Oh hey, okay. I have a thought for my first wish. I look at Crystal and she smiles encouragingly. I wish that Lydia's test results come back normal and that she is healthy. Lydia, a friend of yours? She asks, and I nod my head. Wonderful. Wish granted. She will get the results and a clean bill of health at her next appointment. I smile, pleased that Lydia is going to be okay. I think hard about what else I should wish for. Then I think about Nathan and his family. Another member of my research team. It has been looking like the world is going to crush him any day now. He has been telling me about the debt he and his wife got themselves into and how they are struggling to make each check stretch to the next. Next, I would like to wish for my friend Nathan and his family to be debt-free. I can do that, but know this will only take care of the debt as of today, not if they accumulate more debt. I understand. Well then, wish granted. She is still sitting there smiling at me. I feel so good that I have been able to help my friends, so I want to continue that trend. But who to help next? Then I think of my daughter again. She went through a bad breakup last winter, and it shattered her self-confidence. My husband and I think that is part of the reason she wanted to stay at school. He had tried to tell her that she would fail without him, and she is doing extra studying because she thinks he is right. I look at Crystal, and it seems as though she is reading my mind. You want to make your next wish for someone closer to you than a friend? Yes, I answer. My daughter. But I'm not sure if you can grant this one. I want her self-confidence to be restored. It was broken by a boy recently, and I don't know how to help her. I know how to do that. She will get lots of compliments over the next month in lots of areas of her life. She will achieve good grades and have an easier time not second-guessing herself. This is not a wish for love, but if she can continue to work on this foundation I give her, she may find it. Is that what you want? All you must do is wish for it. That is exactly what she needs. Thank you. I wish for my daughter's self-confidence to be restored, I say, with the biggest smile on my face. Wish granted. Crystal stares at me for a few more minutes. Not like before when she was waiting for my wishes, but as if she is contemplating something. What happens now? I ask. Well, I'm trying to decide what to do to reward you for your selflessness. Then I will return to my bottle and my cave. Truly, I don't want anything. I thought about myself at first, but I have all that I could want or need in my family and my job. I don't need... I don't hear of many wishers who use all 3 wishes on others. So I'm wanting to give you something that will leave you a little bit of magic. This pearl necklace. A simple strand of pearls materializes on the desk next to us. When someone wears it, When someone wears this, they will also be more conscious of others' needs and be grateful for what they have. The magic will last forever, so you can pass it down to your family, and they will always have a bit of your goodness with them. And just like that, she is gone. So is the map to the cave I found. The pearl necklace gets displayed in my jewelry box, and I drift off to sleep, satisfied that 3 people I love are going to be in better places in their lives come morning. Whew. Okay, so I need to practice on speaking a little bit, but I hope you guys bear with me as I get going with this. I hope you enjoyed meeting Crystal the Genie, and are satisfied with the consequence-free explanation. It was something I kind of came up with on the fly because I really didn't want to actually explain consequences about the debt-free part especially. So, I hope you enjoy it, and if you would like to continue to see more, subscribe to the channel below, and click on that bell to get notified when my next post. I post every Wednesday at about 10:30 a.m. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.